Hello you guys, welcome in. My name is Callie and this is my channel Oracle Wise Living. I hope you're doing well whenever you're viewing this message. Please know that this is going to be a Pluto in retrograde reading and video. So I set the intention that what resonates for you will be very beneficial, and what doesn't, please leave it for someone else, okay? Let's see. You may feel inner shifts whenever this Pluto in retrograde happens. This is a time for a lot of shadow work and inner healing as well. A pull to change your past or detach from old versions of yourself. The guidance during this time is mostly about grounding yourself and learning to ground yourself. This is a lot of initiation energy, so a lot of collective spiritual awakenings, aha moments, things like that. Don't rush decisions, of course, and listen inward. What I mean by that it's a time of reflection, and during retrograde, Pluto retrogrades, and realignment. Okay, so those are the main points that I wanted to bring out. Okay, let's go ahead and ring my bell. Okay, clear out the energy. So if you are sensitive to sound, please make sure to turn down the volume. Remove the rubber band. That's for my cards. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Removing all negative energies, hexes, curses, and negative thought forms during this time for the collective. So it is. Okay, 1 second, you guys. Trying to pull it up on my phone. Okay, Pluto in Aquarius retrograde is got a lot to do with transformation, endings and rebirth, power, control, truth coming to surfaces, and deep psychological changes. Okay, Aquarius. Well, that's what a lot of Pluto energy brings forth. So the Aquarian energy that's coming forth is going to have a lot of effect on society and collective energies, our technology, internet systems, also rebellion, freedom, and innovation. There's also something here about future visions and awakening. Okay, so when Pluto goes retrograde in Aquarius, this means the transformation energy turns inward instead of outward. Hidden truths about society, systems, and people come up. Personal and collective, so possibly a lot to do with, like, things with Hollywood's already come out, but a lot of things like in politics could be changing. Hidden truths about society, systems, and people. So that could definitely be coming out. So not just micro on a personal level, it could be on a collective level, right? Personal and collectively, shadow work is definitely increased during this time. So you can see different things that are triggering you, things that are, those are things that you could possibly work on as well. Old beliefs about freedoms could be changing here. Control and the way you see your identity could be challenged during a Pluto in retrograde. So what people feel usually is like a lot of mental shifts and awakening moments, right? That's a very good way to put it. A lot of awakening moments. Questioning society, rules, and authority could come into play. Emotional releases tied to control. Fear and power dynamics are going to be very important as well. Strong inner transformations is going to be very significant. Okay, that's why I'm making this video, you guys, because I'm here to help you, because I've been through a lot of different things, a lot of different retrogrades, so I'm definitely here riding this wave out with you guys. Okay, but it's just a reminder for us all, you know, strong inner transformations, even if nothing external is happening yet. Okay, it's got to start with inner. The introspection. I don't know why my hair keeps sticking up right there. Introspection. Okay, it's very important. The spiritual interpretation I get from this for my oracle collective, you guys, is the collective is upgrading consciousness. Okay, we're upgrading consciousness, knowing the way we see, view, feel, think. And our old systems are breaking down internally first right now. Okay, so you are releasing outdated versions of self, and truth cannot stay hidden during this transit. Okay, so we are being truthful, honest, and being our true selves, our authentic selves, and putting our information out there, being graceful, you know, of course, giving people grace. Pluto in Aquarius retrograde is deep inner reset of the collective mind as well. So where truth, power, and identity are being restructured from within right now. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what we need to know. Let's get some positive archangel messages and some guide oracles for this Pluto in Aquarius. Okay, retrograde. Pluto in Aquarius. Okay, you guys, it is 3:33 when I'm making this video, so 333 could be significant for someone. We have one card out already. 2, 3, and 4. Okay, we're going to take 4 for 4 weeks. So risk is here, something about denial, partnerships and love, as well as family being important here. Numbers 43 are going to be important. 7, 22, 4, number 2 again, as well as number 10. So, risk. Something here about taking risk on your shadow work, on your personal healing. You know, don't, just because you think you've done it all doesn't necessarily mean you don't need to redo it. There's something about that too as well. We also have 22 divine helpers coming out here. Something about being in denial, taking the mask off, not wanting to face some kind of reality is important, you know. We have to start with inner transformation though first. Number 2, partnerships and love here. Nature spirits as well as family and Holy Spirit. So let's go ahead and read it. Number 43. I'm going to end this video with some more information about Pluto in retrograde, Pluto in Aquarius, okay? But I just wanted to get some oracle cards here and give us some positive information or healing energy from the oracles. 43. Also, you guys, I'm starting to make some songs, some music, So we'll see how that works out. Whenever I was a little girl, my grandmother, the only grandmother I ever met, she told me that I was going to be a star and I was going to be a singer. So, and that was before she passed. So we shall see. There's something here about risk. Joy guides 43. Curiosity, delight, bliss, and charisma. Life feels good right now, and you're barely scratching the surface of what is possible. Follow your joy guides as they lead you into this new, sensual, and highly appealing territory. Flaunt your sexy self, flirt, laugh, explore, take your free spirit for a walk on the wild side, and don't be afraid of daring exploits. You need to push the limits past the familiar, the unpredictable, and the safe, free from fear's grip. This will give you the psychic juice to create. Your joy guide's message is let your hair down and live a little. Let your hair down and live a little. Okay. Okay, we have 22, denial. Someone could be feeling in denial about a situation right now, about a relationship possibly. Confusion, distortion, compromise, ignorance. Your divine helpers are here to help you take off the blinders and more honestly assess the difficulties in your intimate relationships. Although you prefer to believe that ignorance is definitely bliss, the truth is that denial is not a river in Egypt, nor is it a genuine form of protection against unhappiness. Your guides gently ask you to summon the courage to honestly admit the real problems that exist in your relationships. So a lot of shadow work, guys, that we could work on, right? During this Pluto and this retrograde period. As difficult as they may be, until you do so, there's no chance that these shadows will ever heal. So, for example, admit when your wife is not just tipsy, but rather a drunk. Okay? As if she can be on many nights, possibly. Or admit that when your son says he cannot find a job, that he's really not even looking. Or that when your partner says that he must work late every single night for months, that there's possibly an affair happening. Or other digression is likely. Okay, so most important, admit that you might be hiding from your loved ones. Acknowledge your fears, addictions, excuses, and failures honestly with the compassion. Realize with your mind blots out, your heart knows. So does everyone else. In other words, when you're in denial, you're only kidding yourself. What your mind blots out, your heart knows. So your divine helper wants you to acknowledge these unpleasant realities, because until you do, you'll be stuck with them. Not every unpleasant reality needs to be challenged or changed. However, sometimes it's best to compromise or let things be. If your partner is generally sloppy, for example, but otherwise a gem, let it go. However, if your partner is serious trouble or vice versa, you're only harming yourself and others and perpetuating the problem. Perpetuating the problem. Okay, by denying it. Denial. Denial is not just a river in Egypt. Denial is an experience. Or, yeah. 2. Partnerships and love, nature, spirits, infatuation, romance, connection, and introduction. Okay? Your nature spirits, known as runners, are working to introduce you to a wonderful new partnership to fulfill your heart's desire. Whether in the areas of business, friendship, or romantic love, these practical guides are leading you directly toward the appropriate person to best support your soul at this time. So follow your heart as they strive to connect you with the right associations. Be open to others, especially those whom you meet by chance. Say hello to the new neighbor in your building. Suggest having lunch with the intriguing woman who sat next to you at your last business luncheon. or strike up a conversation with the guy in front of you in the checkout line, even if it's not your usual habit. In reality, it's not accidental that you suddenly find yourself attracted to certain people. Your runners placed you in their path so that you could meet. Invite these energetic nature spirits to continue to direct you to others who are significant for your soul path. Their message is relax. We will make all the necessary introductions that you're seeking. Okay. And last but not least, we have 10. So family. A lot of maybe working together is going to be something that with the shadow work. Being in denial, not facing the truth about addictions or bad behaviors or toxic traits or things like that is definitely going to be important during this shadow period, as well as learning to take risk on yourself and your dreams and your things that you want to achieve in life. Okay, but it's definitely telling me partnerships and love, someone's being challenged to work on this in shadow work, as well as working on your family, connecting as well. Know that the Holy Spirit is here backing you up. You have the nature spirits backing you up, divine helpers, and they're bringing in a lot of joy guides for you during this Pluto retrograde. I love that. So let's get this last card. Number 10, family. You know, guys, remember this is a little bit of shadow work too. Some cards to help you. Maybe even journal on these cards, you know. Security, elation, peace, family harmony. The Holy Spirit is touching your soul right now, bringing you a deeper sense of peace and security. This is your confirmation. The challenges of the recent past are very met, and thankfully you survived. Due to the Holy Spirit's influence, your trials have only strengthened your capacity to love, leaving you with even deeper appreciation of those you love. The Holy Spirit particularly shines on your family and home as it heeds your prayers and oversees overall well-being at this time. There's no need to fret over your parents' health or child's safety or your siblings' happiness. All is well. Ask the Holy Spirit to expand your capacity to move beyond personal love and include all of humanity in your prayer for peace. Entreat the Holy Spirit to brighten your aura and allow others to see you as a source of contentment. The Holy Spirit's message for you during this Pluto retrograde Aquarius season is peace be with you. Family. Holy Spirit energy. Okay. Okay, you guys. I hope you guys have. If you guys have any questions about any kind of shadow work or working on your shadow work, like some journal prompts or something like that, I recommend like looking on Pinterest as well. That will help a lot. Remember that, you know, Pluto is a planet, and it's about deep transformation, truth, endings, and rebirth. When it goes retrograde, its energy turns inward, meaning change happens internally first by showing us the outer world, showing in the outer world. Aquarius rules collective consciousness, right? So technology, systems, societies, freedom, rebellions, and what could possibly be in the future. Okay, so during this transit, this means that during Pluto in Aquarius retrograde, hidden truths in society systems may surface. People question authorities, rules, and the way things are, which is already kind of happening. Inner transformations become stronger than the outer. We start healing ourselves because we see that there's some kind of calamity in society, right? Which makes a lot of sense. So old identities, beliefs, group connections are possible to break down or be building up, possibly, you know. Definitely a lot of breaking down energy. So a mental or spiritual awakening phase is definitely beginning now. Okay? Especially, and I believe it starts May 6th. So, okay, you guys, remember the energy themes is all about rewriting your identity, stepping out those corporate jobs, those 9-to-5 jobs, making your own businesses. Now is the time to do that. Detaching from outdated groups or beliefs, facing control issues, personal or collectively. Technology, social media awareness shifts. I say cut it off. You know, unless you have some kind of personal message that you need to leave out there. There could be a lot of deep internal healing around power and freedom. You know, I feel like the collective mind is definitely being upgraded during this time. So I'm happy about that. Old systems are going to be dissolving from the inside out. People are being pushed to think independently finally instead of what other people think. And truth becomes impossible to ignore. Okay? So simply, Pluto in Aquarius retrograde is a deep internal reset of collective energy. And where truth, control, and identity are being restructured from within before anything changes outside. Okay, you guys. So peace, love, and light. Until the next video, catch my lives. Please make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss whenever I go live. Peace, love, and light.